So now if you will talk about the brief history of MATLAB, right? So the first, so the first of all, origin of MATLAB was there was just a series of research papers. It was not a software. Okay, so Mr. J.S. Wilkinson and his 18 colleagues represented papers of MATLAB from the year of 1965 to 1970. So this way they have used this ease pack and lean pack. Okay, so this is something applications, right? So they use this ease pack and lean pack, but further it was a failure. So what was the reason of this failure? Because they have only the application, but they don't have any documentation. So with this reason, this complete project was a failure. So further, Mr. Cleve Moeller, he's a founder of MATLAB software. So he gave his project to his friend. So his name was Jack Little. So he started working on the MATLAB, and further Cleve Moeller wrote first MATLAB. Okay, so he took this name from the acronyms of Matrix Laboratory. So it was written in Fortran language. So it was not a software first, right? It was just a language. It was just a applications like calculators they first used. So it was not for it was not first a programming language. It was just for a matrix calculator at the first time. So like this they have used MATLAB, right? So as I told you, it was written in Fortran. So Fortran, it looks like this, right? So the first MATLAB version they have launched in 1984 in IEEE conference on the decision of control. Okay, so first of all, it was not a software. It was just a series of research paper. Then they just modified this version, and they just launched in 1984 the MATLAB in commercial segment. Right. So some story. We'll see some story behind the MATLAB logo. So as you can see in the right hand, this is the L-shaped membrane. So MATLAB, it was based on the Stanford thesis. Okay, the L-shaped membranes. So if you talk about the MATLAB logo, so as per the year in 1984 the logo was this, in 1987 the logo was this, in 1992, 1994. So further year wise they modified it. Okay, this logo that you can see here in 1997, still this MATLAB logo in the use. So first, what is MATLAB first? Okay, so MATLAB is a high level language. So high level means it is very user friendly, right? For example, a mathematical equation you write in a notebook, as it is you write in a MATLAB. So in this case, you don't have to remember anything, right? So two things you require to know in MATLAB, that is so what you can do in MATLAB and how you can get help in MATLAB. So about help, we have provision of each and every function with documentation and with examples for algorithm and explanation. So the MATLAB has interactive development environment. So we have apps, or we can say the GUI based apps. Okay, so if you don't want to write code for it, so you can use apps to design your algorithm, and further you can generate some code just clicking on the single button, right? So as that MATLAB speaks with you whenever you get any error in MATLAB. So the MATLAB will tell you that like this and this line the error is there. So please change these functions. So if this exists or not exists, it depends upon what kind of error that you have, right? So the MATLAB is useful for numerical computation. If you are working on the numeric data, so it doesn't matter what kind of file format that you have, you can do complete numerical computation with MATLAB, like data analysis and visualizations. So you can do with MATLAB into different kind of visualizations. For example, if you see like 2D or 3D plots or surface plots, contour plots, so it depends upon what kind of plots that you want. So MATLAB is also used for algorithm development. Okay, so okay, sorry. MATLAB is also used for algorithm development. So lots of theses and projects written in MATLAB. So if you talk about the community of MATLAB, so it is available into the MATLAB central things. So it is very good environment and user friendly to design algorithms, and further those algorithms you can deploy it also on hardware, okay, without going directly on hardware, so it will save your time, right? So if you talk about the MathWorks product family, okay, so right now there are more than 100 toolboxes available, right, in MathWorks. So it depends on you which application area you are working. Either you are from mechanical domain, or you are from the electrical domain, or from electronics, or or you are from civil computer science, or you are from the data scientist environment, and so many. So these are some environment that MATLAB can be used. So all modules available under this MATLAB and Simulink environment, but only model if you want to access it works on the top of the MATLAB. Okay, so for example, if I want to work with the control system toolbox, so for that you will have to install first MATLAB, then you can install control system, right? So MATLAB is it's a first we can say the module, right? So further some toolboxes are divided in two parts, into MATLAB and Simulink. So MATLAB toolboxes are based on scripting, where we can write code, and Simulink is a graphical way. So you can design your algorithms. It means if you don't want to write a code, you can use blocks in Simulink environment. So some toolboxes are working in MATLAB, and some toolboxes are working in Simulink. So there are some other toolboxes which you can access in MATLAB as well as in Simulink. Okay, so let me tell you, if you want to work in Simulink, so you require a MATLAB. As I told you that any toolboxes you want to work, you need MATLAB for that. So further, lots of application design based on control system, some signal processing, some image processing, or we can say if suppose someone is want to work in financial kind of data, so still he can use with the help of some financial toolboxes in MATLAB, right? So just like one is working for biological data, so we have bioinformatic toolbox for that. Sim biology is also there. So apart from that, let's say suppose you don't want to write C code, or or HDL or really like code. So you don't know how to write the code professionally. So we have code generation module available in MATLAB. So like in MATLAB, you want to generate C code. So in this case, you will require MATLAB coder. Okay, MATLAB coder is the toolbox. So now, if you want to generate C or C++ code in Simulink, so in this case, we have Simulink coder, right? Just like that, for MATLAB, there is a MATLAB coder available to generate C or C++ code, or in case of Simulink, so there is a Simulink coder is available. So if you want to generate embedded code to deploy it on hardware, so in MATLAB there is a one toolbox available, embedded coder, right? So you can generate some embedded codes for to deploy it hardware. So if you want to deploy it on the FPGA board, so we have HTL coder. So for that, also some PLC coder, it is available in MATLAB. And if you want to just if you want to compile some code, or just the package some apps, so for that we have one toolboxes, that is MATLAB compiler, to generate some executable file, or to generate standalone applications. Okay,